The square stance of the case profile give away the inspiration, but what GuanQin did is spice up the traditional conservatism with splashes of color and texture. An automatic diver by GuanQin is not the ordinary homage we're used to by now. For a very budget price, south of $60, we get premium features like sapphire crystal and a sapphire cyclops, a screw-in crown and a screw-down case back, solid stainless steel all around. We get a signed clasp and a milled folded wing, and on top of that we do get 100 meters of water resistance, offered in 4 colorways, all unique and interesting. Let's be fair, for $55 we do expect, well, sort of the premium components, right, like sapphire crystal, stainless steel. We do yearn for this very nice homage or an inspired look, but what if we get all that, but it's also got a bit of uniqueness to it, something that you can't find lying around on other AliExpress listings. And again, $55, there's a lot of exciting things to say about this watch, and I'll do that in this review. So as I mentioned, this watch is $55 and I have left the link in the description below the video, so do check it out if you're after a sharp price. And now let's dive in. With regards to the dimensions, we've got a diameter of 41 millimeters, a lug-to-lug length of 51.8 millimeters, a lug width of 20 millimeters, tapering down at the clasp to 16 millimeters, a height of 12.6 millimeters without the cyclops. With it, it's 13.9 millimeters, and a weight of 160 grams before I've removed any links to fit my 6.5-inch wrist. Looking at the profile, we see the glossy polished flank, lean and tall with a distinct curve around the midpoint of the case. Layering of the watch is also pronounced with the bezel lip overhanging ever so slightly. Personally, I think it makes bezel rotation much more convenient and efficient, but there is a fine line between convenience and loss of that balanced and sporty look, although GuanQin managed to conserve the aesthetic assertiveness. The lugs curve down ever so slightly downwards at the tips. The transition to the lug hoods is done via pronounced yet smoothed bevels. The lug hoods have a brushed finish which is actually in line with the end links of the bracelet, allowing for an almost seamless transition from the link to the head of the watch. On the right, the 6.8mm crown stands tall between the guards. The size is just right for the contemporary look and ease of use. It's actually signed on the tip for that special or the premium look. Flip the watch to find a fluted screw-down case back, no unnecessary text, just the classic look. The 120-click unidirectional bezel has the green and black ceramic insert. The green highlight on the inside is a special indeed. The color complements the textured dial and also enhances the overall visual appeal of the watch. The threading on the edge of the bezel is rather deep, providing for a grippy and notchy hold. The printed elements require a word or two here. Firstly, there is no pip or triangle at 12 o'clock. Rather, we have just the numeral 60, essentially making this count-up bezel extremely efficient to use with no ambiguity at all. The bezel action is mostly good. I'd give it a solid 4 stars. For the heavy and consistent resistance throughout the rotation cycle, the ratchety metal-on-metal clang of the clicks is distinct and playful. Positioning is quite precise. The only downside is the rubbery feel between clicks. There is some backplay. Yet overall, a pleasant experience and way better than I expected for the budget price point of $55. The bracelet is mostly a hit, yet the protruding metal end links are really unnecessary here. The resulting lug-to-lug length of nearly 52 millimeters is not bad, but definitely not amazing for a 41mm watch. Apart from that, the bracelet is another strong point of the timepiece. The 3-link design is well made, the tolerances are decent, fluidity and link articulation are very good indeed. The fine brushing we see on the links here is actually your best bet to disguise signs of wear and tear. Notice the even polished outer faces. The links are also pleasing to handle. The surface curves are gentle, there are no sharp or uneven corners and edges. Even the tapering is consistent from 20 millimeters at the lugs down to 16 at the clasp. And this clasp is actually signed and opens up to reveal a polished and importantly a milled folding wing. The sapphire crystal on top protects the daily wear and tear of the watch. And the good news is that we get a sapphire cyclops here as well. The magnification is spot on, the date does fill up the Cyclops from edge to edge. And now let your gaze drop to the textured emerald green dial. It's actually a gradient green, fading into a dark grey at the periphery. The dial texture looks coarse, with diagonal lines or shaves running across the green. This crisscross pattern is logical, and yet it's interesting, making the matte dial a fun place to look at. The minute track is printed just south of the rehaut, and the hour indices are applied. Notice how long the minute hand is, reaching right to the edge of the dial. Considering this is a diver, having some kind of loomed element on the seconds pointer would have been beneficial, I think. The loom test shows the dial and bezel luminance. I like how the hands get the blue light versus the green on the other elements. The brightness is okay, so is the longevity, yet this is not one of the strongest points of the watch. As expected, this watch is actually powered by Seiko's NH35, so this is the self-winding automatic movement. It features 24 joules, 21,600 beats per hour, meaning that there is fluid motion of the seconds pointer across the dial, so we get 6 pulses per second. We also have the magic lever here, and what that does is, let's say your watch stopped. All you need to do is shake it side to side and it will start going. So $55 and we get a good looking watch, an automatic watch with all the jazz we're used to. Stainless steel, sapphire, screw down case back, screw in crown. It's actually a signed crown, which is a nice touch. Anyways, the link is in the description below the video. Do check it out if you're after a sharp price. Thanks for watching this review. If you have enjoyed it, please drop me a like. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.